Here is something that most people over 50 have never been told by their doctor. And I say that as a physician myself. Your immune system, the one you were born with, the one working inside you right now, is powerful enough to find and destroy cancer cells. Not in theory, not in some experimental future treatment. Right now, today, inside your body.
In fact, Dr. William Li, whose research forms the foundation of everything we discuss on this channel, puts it in terms that I find extraordinary every time I read them. He says that the immune system is so powerful that when it is in its best shape, it is strong enough to fight cancer even if you are 80 years old, even if the cancer has spread. There are documented cases of the immune system eliminating metastatic cancer entirely, without drugs, without surgery, just the body's own biology doing its job at the highest level. Now that raises a question. If your immune system is capable of that, why does cancer still kill people? The answer, according to Dr. Li's research, is not that the immune system fails. It is that the immune system gets weakened, it gets starved, it gets depleted by the wrong foods, by chronic inflammation, by a lifestyle that slowly erodes its capacity to do the extraordinary work it was designed to do.
And the flip side, the part that changes everything, is that specific foods have been scientifically proven to strengthen those immune defenses, to activate the cells that hunt cancer, to make your body's own army stronger, faster, and more effective. That is what today's video is about. I am a physician who has studied Dr. Li's work on the body's 5 health defense systems. We have covered angiogenesis, stem cells, the microbiome, and DNA protection. Today we complete the framework with the 5th and final defense system, immunity. Stay with me, because the research I'm about to share with you, particularly one study involving broccoli sprouts and a flu vaccine, is one of the most striking things I have encountered in years of studying nutritional science. Let us start by understanding what your immune system actually is, because most people think of immunity as the thing that keeps them from getting a cold. That is true, but it is the smallest part of what your immune system does. Your immune system is a vast, sophisticated army of cells, proteins, and signals that operates throughout your entire body, every single minute of your life. It identifies threats, viruses, bacteria, parasites, toxins, and eliminates them. But it also does something that most people never think about. It patrols your body looking for abnormal cells, your own cells that have mutated, your own cells that have the potential to become cancer. These patrol cells have a name: natural killer cells. NK cells for short. And their job description is exactly what the name suggests. They circulate through your blood and your tissues, and when they encounter a cell that looks wrong, a cell with abnormal proteins on its surface, a cell that has lost the markers that identify it as healthy, they destroy it. Natural killer cells are, in Dr. Li's words, the assassins of your immune system. And they are active right now, inside you, doing exactly this work. Here is the remarkable part. When your natural killer cells are working at full capacity, they can eliminate early-stage cancer cells before those cells ever have a chance to grow, recruit blood vessels, or spread. This is not a future therapy. This is a system your body already has. It just needs to be supported. And after 50, that support becomes more important than ever. Because natural killer cell activity naturally declines with age. The cells become less responsive. They detect threats more slowly. They respond less powerfully. And the gap between what your immune system could do at its best and what it is currently doing, that gap is largely determined by what you eat. Let me tell you about the broccoli sprout study, because this is the moment in Dr. Li's research that I think best illustrates just how powerful food can be as an immune tool. Researchers wanted to know whether food could meaningfully enhance the immune response to a flu vaccine. So they took a group of healthy volunteers. Half of them received the flu vaccine plus a daily shake made from broccoli sprouts. The other half received the vaccine plus a placebo shake that looked and tasted similar.
Now here is the critical detail about the broccoli sprouts. Broccoli sprouts, the tiny 3 to 4 day old broccoli plants, contain 100 times more sulforaphane than fully grown broccoli. 100 times. Sulforaphane is the compound in cruciferous vegetables that activates a range of protective responses in the body. But the sprout contains it in a concentration that the full-grown vegetable simply cannot match. The result of the study was, by any measure, extraordinary. The group that consumed the broccoli sprout shakes alongside their flu vaccine showed immune cell activity that was 22 times more effective than the placebo group. 22 times. from food. This is the kind of finding that, as a physician, genuinely changes how you think about what you recommend to patients. We are not talking about a modest percentage improvement. We are talking about a 22-fold amplification of the immune response from broccoli sprouts. Now, you do not need to make a daily sprout shake to benefit from this research. The principle is clear. Sulforaphane-rich foods meaningfully enhance your immune response. Broccoli sprouts are the most concentrated source, but mature broccoli, particularly the stalks, which contain more sulforaphane than the florets, is also valuable. Do not throw away the broccoli stalks. Blend them into soups. Add them to smoothies. The stalk is where much of the immune power lives. Now let us talk about blueberries, because blueberries and natural killer cells have a relationship that Dr. Lee finds particularly compelling. Blueberries contain compounds called anthocyanins, the same pigments that give them their deep blue-purple color. And anthocyanins have been shown to directly elevate natural killer cell activity. Dr. Lee describes them as nature's way of keeping your shields up.
There is a specific application here that matters for anyone who exercises. After intense physical activity, your immune function temporarily drops. Natural killer cell activity decreases, your body becomes briefly more vulnerable. This is a well-documented phenomenon called exercise-induced immune suppression. And research has shown that blueberries consumed before and after exercise can prevent that post-exercise immune drop from happening. Think about what that means for adults over 50 who are walking, cycling, swimming, or doing any form of physical activity. You are exercising for your health. But without the right nutritional support, that exercise may be temporarily lowering your immune defenses. Blueberries close that window of vulnerability. A handful of blueberries before your workout, another handful after. That is the protocol the research points to. And it is as simple as it gets. Mushrooms are next on this list, and they deserve more attention than they typically get in conversations about immune health. Specific mushroom varieties, particularly shiitake and maitake, have been shown to directly boost natural killer cell function. These mushrooms contain compounds called beta-glucans, which are polysaccharides that interact with immune receptors in your gut lining and signal your immune system to increase its activity level. Dr. Lee points to mushrooms as one of the most underappreciated immune foods in the Western diet. Asian cuisine has incorporated medicinal mushrooms for thousands of years. Modern science is now confirming what traditional medicine intuited long ago. These fungi are doing serious immune work. Shiitake mushrooms sautéed in extra virgin olive oil. That is a dish that is hitting your immune defense system and your stem cell defense system simultaneously. Food synergy, exactly as Dr. Lee describes it. Now I want to talk about something that connects today's video directly to Dr. Lee's broader framework. Because immunity does not operate in isolation. It is deeply integrated with the other 4 defense systems. Remember what we discussed in the microbiome video? 70% of your immune system lives inside your gut wall. Your gut bacteria are in constant communication with your immune cells. When your microbiome is diverse and well-fed, it actively trains and regulates your natural killer cells, your T cells, your antibody-producing B cells. When your microbiome is damaged by ultra-processed food and sugar, your immune system receives weaker signals and performs less effectively. This is why Dr. Lee's framework is so powerful as a whole. Each defense system supports the others. Strengthen your microbiome and you strengthen your immunity. Activate your angiogenesis defenses and you reduce the chronic inflammation that depletes your immune cells. Support your stem cells and you maintain the bone marrow production that generates new immune cells throughout your life. The 5 systems are not 5 separate things you optimize one at a time. They are 5 interconnected layers of the same biological fortress. And the foods that support one almost always support the others. This is what Dr. Lee calls Grand Slam foods. Foods that activate all 5 defense systems simultaneously. Green tea is a Grand Slam. Kiwi is a Grand Slam. Coffee, remarkably, is a Grand Slam. These foods are not just healthy in a general sense. They are activating every layer of your body's defense network with each serving. Let me give you the full immune defense protocol that Dr. Lee's research points to. These are the foods with the strongest evidence for supporting natural killer cell activity and overall immune function after 50. Broccoli sprouts, the most powerful. A small amount goes a long way. Add them to salads, blend them into smoothies, eat them raw as a snack. 3 to 4 day old sprouts are the most potent. Blueberries, daily if possible. A handful with breakfast, before and after any exercise. The anthocyanins are working every time you consume them. Shiitake and maitake mushrooms, 2 to 3 times per week. Cooked, not raw. The beta-glucans are heat stable and remain active through cooking. Pomegranate. We mentioned this in the microbiome video for Akkermansia, but pomegranate's immune benefits go further. Its compounds promote immune signaling and reduce inflammation in ways that directly support natural killer cell function. Purple potatoes. This one surprises most people, but Dr. Lee is specific about it. Research has shown that the natural purple pigment in purple potatoes actually kills cancer stem cells, the particularly stubborn cells that allow cancer to keep coming back after treatment. Not mature cancer cells, cancer stem cells, the origin point of recurrence. And whole wheat pasta with the grain shell intact. Dr. Lee himself eats this regularly. The shell of the grain contains anti-angiogenic and immune-boosting compounds that refined white pasta has had stripped away. The difference between whole wheat and refined wheat from an immune perspective is significant. I want to close today with something that I think is the most important idea in this entire series of videos. We have now covered all 5 of Dr. Lee's health defense systems: angiogenesis, stem cells, the microbiome, DNA protection, and immunity. 5 overlapping, interconnected layers of biological protection that your body runs every single day. And the through line connecting all 5 of them, the insight that Dr. Lee has built his career on, is this: your body is hardwired to be healthy. These defense systems did not evolve to fail. They evolved to protect you for as long as possible. They are not passive. They are not fragile. They are extraordinarily powerful systems that have kept human beings alive and thriving for hundreds of thousands of years. What has changed is not our biology. What has changed is what we feed it. The rise of ultra-processed food, sugar-sweetened beverages, and processed meats over the last 50 years has created a chronic mismatch between the fuel our defense systems were designed to run on and the fuel most people are actually providing. And the result is the epidemic of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and dementia that defines modern health is largely a consequence of that mismatch. The good news, and I mean this genuinely, is that the mismatch can be corrected. Not with drugs, not with expensive treatments, with food. With the specific, science-backed choices that Dr. Lee's research and the broader field of nutritional medicine have now clearly identified. You now have the full picture. 5 defense systems, the foods that activate them, the foods that undermine them, and the knowledge that every meal is either strengthening your body's ability to protect itself or quietly working against it. That knowledge belongs in more hands than it currently reaches. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Thrive After 50, because we are just getting started. I will see you tomorrow.
All content is for educational purposes only and is inspired by the published research of Dr. William Lee and the Angiogenesis Foundation. Thrive After 50 is an independent educational channel and is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or officially connected to Dr. William Lee in any way. Always consult your own physician for personal medical advice.